Hi everybody, it's Miss Wiley, and I'm going to go over a couple more details about our class. I'm going to talk about missing work, I'm going to talk about checking your grades, and I'm also going to talk about test retakes and other information you can find in Schoology. So I hope you find this video helpful. Okay, so first of all, a couple things I added to our Schoology page are these two folders here, the yellow folders, some helpful videos. A lot of this stuff you probably know how to do already, but it's there if you need it. And then some helpful documents. I've put the syllabus in there, and obviously this is my Algebra 1 class. Using the Schoology app, if you haven't used that, how to set that up. Logging into Big Ideas, expectations on Google Meet, and the proper way to email your teacher. One thing about emailing your teacher that I find is really important is that when you are emailing me, whether it's in Gmail or through Schoology, it really doesn't matter. But it's really important. A couple things is to make sure that you write in complete sentences, be detailed in what you're trying to ask me about, and also to tell me which class period you are in, because I have a lot of students, and it makes it a lot easier if I know what class period you're in, so I know where to look in the grade book and what assignments you're talking about, because if you say last night's homework and you don't tell me what class period you're in, it can be really confusing to me what last night's homework is. Okay, other things in here is the syllabus. The syllabus is basic information, but one of the things I do want to mention is on our assessments, a lot of people always ask, are you allowed to retake tests? Are there test corrections? So the way that I do the test retakes is if you take a test and you happen to get below a nice solid passing grade of 75%, I do allow for a retake. You can retake the test to get up to a 75% in order to help your grade. Because for some of us, you might have a bad day, and you might just do bad on that one test, so at least it gives you a chance to bump your grade up a little bit. So that's one thing there. The other thing here is the practice grading scale. So the way that I grade my homework, which I've started to do already. The one thing that's really cool about using Big Ideas online is it allows you to check your answers. You can actually attempt the problem multiple times. You can see examples of that problem, and sometimes they even ask if you want to talk to a tutor. So there's a lot of resources there. I encourage you, if you get it wrong, to try again. If you get wrong again, maybe try one more time. But if after that you're still not getting it, that means you need to come in for help. You need to ask for help either to set up time in the afternoon or, on Wednesday when we have support time scheduled. The practices are out of 4 points. Just because you attempt every problem does not mean that you're going to get 100%. And that's because of all of the resources you have available to you. You can check your answer multiple times. You can come for help. Now, if you do, get a 2 out of 4 and you're like, I don't like that score, you're definitely allowed to redo an assignment. You just need to ask me if I can unsubmit the assignment for you, and then you can redo it. Okay, so if you ever redo an assignment for a higher score, it's going to be really important that you fill out the missing work form, which is what I'm going to talk about next. Okay, so one thing you want to make sure that you are doing for this class is that you are checking your grade. So obviously this is a teacher view, but if we look at what this homepage looks like as a student, this is just a screenshot of a student screen. Over here you have a lot less options, but one thing that's really important is to look at your grades. So clicking here for your grades will bring you to another screen. Not that screen. It will bring you to a screen that looks something like this. Okay. There's not a lot in this grade book yet because we just started the trimester, and I've only assigned 2 things, and one of the things is missing. But don't worry, you can still turn it in. Okay, the gradebook is broken up into Learn It, Use It, and Prove It, and those each have titles as well. Use It's are like our homework, our assignments. The Learn It's are more like the videos that you watch, like this one, and the Prove It's are any types of assessments or projects that we do for the class. Okay, and the Prove It's are the ones that you are allowed to retake for up to 75%. With Use It and Learn It, you can make those up for full credit. You can redo them for full credit. Okay, the big thing to know is to look at this little shape here. What is it? 6 sides? That's a hexagon. The orange hexagon means that that assignment is missing. These lines here means that they haven't been graded yet. Don't worry if they haven't been graded. Don't worry about it yet. Well, you've either done it or you haven't done it. If you make up something that hasn't been graded yet, it's fine. I'll grade it once I see it. Now, if I have graded something and I've put it into the grade book and you notice that it's missing, couple things. Maybe you did it and I made a mistake. That's one thing that could happen. Maybe you did it and you forgot to hit submit if it's something that needed to be submitted. Desmos don't do that, but the big ideas do that. Okay, that's the second thing. The third thing is you just forgot to do it, or you just deliberately didn't do it, and you want to make it up and get points for it. Okay, you can make it up for full credit. I do accept late work. Okay, and I do accept it for full credit. Now, I will tell you, it is to your advantage to stay on top of your work and do it as it's assigned, because the more you fall behind, the harder everything is going to become, and then we start to become overwhelmed with having too much work to make up. Okay, but if you notice a mistake in the grade book, you turned in something late, or you, like in Big Ideas, forgot to hit submit and now it's submitted, but it's marked missing, right? So this is where, or if you redo an assignment for a higher grade, this would be another reason to fill out the missing work form. The reason I call it the missing work form is because really that's mostly what it's for. Now, on your home screen, you'll see a link to the missing work form. If you click on it, it'll bring up a Google form that you fill out. It has first name, last name, class period. It needs updated, which I will update that after I talk about this. The name of the assignment is really important, so I know actually what to update. Now, you can type in multiple assignments in one Google form. Okay, so say you made up practice 6.2 and practice 6.3, you can put those in the same entry of Google form. Some people like to fill it out for every single one. Some people like to fill it out and just list out the 2 or 3 maybe that they've made up at one time. That's fine. And then the location of it. Where was that assignment? And if you're not sure, do your best or click other and type that you're not sure or whatever. But a lot of times it's Big Ideas. So, okay. So you're going to fill that out. And what it will do is it will create a spreadsheet for me to see what has been missing, or maybe what grades need to be updated. So that way, I can get those scores updated you. Now, with missing work, late work, do not assume as soon as you fill out that form that it's automatically going to be updated. I look at the missing work form about once a week. Okay, so maybe every Wednesday I do it, or every Friday I do it. Okay, please be patient with me as I grade missing and late work. I always grade current work first, and then late work is sort of at the bottom of the barrel. So if you want your work graded on time, I would recommend you try to do your best to complete it on time. Now, I know that there's reasons that you may not, or you forgot, or whatever. I get it, but also, since I am being patient with you turning in late work, I would appreciate that you be patient with me to get it graded. Okay, so just those are just a few things about our class that I did not get to, and I don't really want to take the class time to go over it. Please feel free to email me any questions, or to come to a next support time and ask any questions that you might have. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful to you, and I will see you in our next class. Have a good day.